Good morning, it's Meredith, and today is the day I'm going back to New York today. I am actually still quite impressed that I stayed within budget because, I came and I had intended to buy a lot of stuff, and part of what's kept me in budget is the fact that I did not get back to Sadang Station to buy the luxury blazer. They had so many good, vintage options for, they had Dior ones, they had Lanvin ones, and they had them for 100,000 won, so $75. Honestly, I probably should have gone back for it because it was such a good purchase. They were really high quality and stuff. Anyway, but I stayed within budget, so that's good. But today is the day I'm going back to New York, and it's 4 a.m. right now. I woke up at about 3:30. I slept very little, but again, that was kind of planned because I'm trying to get back on American time as quickly as possible because next week I have so many interviews that I'm scheduling / have scheduled already. But yeah, so anyway, I have to go to Gangnam Station to take the airport limousine. I think it's 17,000. That's how much it costs to come here, and I haven't quite decided / figured out how I'm getting my butt to the station. It's not that far, and honestly, if it wasn't raining, I probably would drag my suitcase there because it's only 450 meters. But with my suitcase in the condition it is, I might need to take a taxi, but the taxi man is not going to be happy. So anyway, I'll take you along with me on the journey, and I'll have to do a little bit of cleaning up here, tidying up, and take the trash down, and hopefully I see nobody in the trash room right now because I look like this. But yeah, anyway, I will talk to you later, and I'll try to take you and show you as much as I can. Once I get to the airport, I have some things that I want to do. That's also why I'm trying to go a little bit early. Hopefully they will be open. So I want to do the tax-free stuff, get my money back, and then also try to figure out how to get seeds into America. So I watched this person's video. I'll try to link it below if I remember, but basically he had an example of getting seeds back from Korea into America, and he said it was really easy to do. You just have to go to the quarantine room of the Incheon airport to get a certificate. So I'll go there and try to figure it out. I'll try to give you any information that I can. His video is kind of old, so I'll try to see if there's any information post-COVID. And again, if they tell me and I just have to surrender the seeds there, it's fine. I got them from Daiso. It's only $4. Actually, no, it's 4,000 won, so it's not even $4. Why are there people awake now? It was also somebody doing their trash, and they had so much sorting to do. I feel so bad for them.
Okay, maybe it's not raining. The guy on the scooter doesn't seem miserable. There's no windshield wipers on.
It's almost time to head to the airport. I finished cleaning, took out the trash, etc. And now I'm just kind of waiting because I have an hour before I should head out. And part of me is maybe I should drag my stuff now because it doesn't seem like it's raining. And then maybe I can make it the 400 meters to the bus stop easily. But it's also I heard some people fighting earlier, so I kind of don't know if I want to go out right now. But yeah, so anyway, I might end up taking a taxi, probably will. You're probably annoyed with me being should I take a taxi or not? But yeah, anyway, so a quick recap of the whole entire trip. So it's been 2.5 weeks, I think, and it doesn't really feel like I've been here 2.5 weeks. If I'm being honest, it feels like maybe 4 days. I didn't get as much done as I had thought I would do, but that always happens to me on vacation. I have these grand plans and then it just doesn't happen. But I also didn't really plan that much this time. I just wanted to see where the wind took me. I would say that there was a lot more cafes that I wanted to check out, but it was just the timing was just not good. So a lot of cafes and things in Korea don't open until after 11 a.m. and then it was just the motivation to get out is kind of rough at that point because I'm ready to go at 8 a.m. but by 11 I'm just I've been sitting here for a while. But yeah, anyway, so I did a lot of shopping. I stayed within budget though, so when I lived here I did shopping, but it was window shopping. I didn't really buy as much, but now it was I knew I was going to be only here for a short amount of time, and I don't know when I'm gonna come back again, so I wanted to buy stuff that's a little bit harder for me to find in the US. Even though I got stuff from Daiso, Daiso in the US is very different than Daiso here, if I'm being honest. Korea Daiso is even very different from the Japanese one. But I got a lot of gifts done for Christmas and stuff, and then I also bought myself some stuff, and by that I mean a lot of stuff, a lot of sweaters and 2 pairs of pants and a skirt. But it's easier for me to buy bottoms in the US than it is for me to buy the shirts that I like in the US. It's just really hard. And I also bought a lot more sweaters, knit sweaters, than blouses, and I thought I would buy more blouses, but this must have been the cycle for the knit sweaters being like my thing. But yeah, anyway, other than that, there was like, I kind of wished that I would have gone outside of Seoul maybe one more time. I had like intended to go to like Chuncheon and Gangwon-do, or else maybe Incheon. Like, yeah, the airport is in Incheon, but it's also like a really big city, and I had hoped to like go there. It just like wasn't in the cards because my interview schedule is actually kind of like chaotic because of the time difference, and then also like just so much had like popped up during the time I was here, which was like kind of the plan, but it was also like that meant that I couldn't really do as much during the day as I had hoped, because either I was awake really early or else awake really late, or sometimes awake early and awake late at the same day. So I was like pretty tired during the middle of it, and like the whole like everything doesn't open until after 11 and then closes really early now. Why is everything closing at 8? My friend yesterday was like, oh, that's like such a Korean like concept that everything closes at like 8 or 8:30. I said, not really. I said, like, I think it's like a post-COVID thing, because when I was living here, stuff was open so much later. He was like, oh yeah, you're right. It was just hard to schedule stuff around my operating schedule, and then also the store and the cafe and the restaurant operating schedule, because not only does it close really early now, but also like they don't abide by the operating hours and like the last call for the service or whatever. So a lot of times like places like closed and weren't offering like people to order, and it was like 10 minutes before it was supposed to be like the last service. So it's like, I don't know, it was, don't go by any sort of schedule here. But yeah, anyway, the shopping was good, and I was able to take you along with me. I don't know how much I was able to put in, because it's just like very awkward, because I don't want to get too many people's faces in it and stuff like that. There were some things I wish I would have picked up, but like honestly, I bought so much that I don't really regret it or need it. I did kind of want to buy a handbag here, because like right now the exchange rate is so good for the dollar, and I saw some that I kind of liked. I almost bought one yesterday when I was at NC. Oh, that was the other thing. So new Koa is new core, but I knew that NC department store was NC department store, but I didn't realize that NC department store was new core. And also like, from my mind, New Core department store was more like an outside of Seoul thing. So I don't know if that's what's happened and it came in here or like what. Because whenever I went out to like, not even like Busan, but like outside of Busan, it was like the only stores there were like NC department stores. So I don't know if it came to Seoul because people were like migrating to Seoul or what. I don't know. Let me know below if you know. But yeah, a lot of the brands there I had never heard of, so I don't know if that's also why. But I was able to kind of look at basically the TJ Maxx or like the Filene's basement thing, or else like the off Saks Fifth Avenue of the NC department store, and I saw a couple of handbags that I kind of considered buying. They were like genuine leather, but I was also like, I don't know if these brands are actually like good or if it's gonna be worth it. They were like 70,000 won, which is about $50-ish, which is like a pretty good price, but it was also like, I don't know if they're gonna last very long. But yeah, anyway, that is everything, and I'm just kind of still rambling, but I still wish that I would have bought that luxury blazer from Sadang. There were like 4 options for me, and I just like didn't want to commit that early in the trip, but then I never made it back because it was like the luxury blazers were like vintage style, so they were still very high quality. And they were only for 100,000 won, which is about $75 at the exchange rate right now, which is an incredible price for a blazer. Because I was telling my friend about it, we kept looking at blazers like in like the road shops and stuff, so like Miso and stuff like that. And whenever we went there, the blazers were still like 99,000 or 89,000, which is like basically the same price as like the luxury one that's gonna last so much longer and be more classic of a fit, classic of a color, classic of a style, etc. But yeah, anyway, I am just trying to kill time right now, so I'm gonna turn it off and talk to you later so you don't get super bored with me sitting here with a weird bubble wrap. Have to do one more trip to the trash room. I forgot the stuff that was in the freezer. Goodbye to this Airbnb. I probably will not stay here again, but it was pretty good for this trip. I still never tried the chicken skewer place, but here it is. It kind of stopped raining for right now. I see no taxi, so here I am walking. The light poles aren't even on. And this is the bus. It's right there at the bus stop now. Get it? And these are free actually at the airport. whereas in the US you have to pay for it. Delta check-in is at the F series counter. So check-in starts at 7:35, which is 3 hours before. Check-in was pretty easy. I was really underweight for both of my bags, so I have to wait 10 minutes and then I can go through security. They make you wait 10 minutes for the security check of your luggage. It took about 20 minutes to get through security and everything and customs after waiting the 10 minutes. Going into the Gentle Monster. The face moves. For my cash refund. Going to check out the Matina Lounge. The Gucci has like so much storefront. Everybody else is so small. I guess Chanel is pretty big too. So this is the Matina Lounge in Terminal 2, and this is one of the lounges with priority pass. I only found some vegetables. I also have an Americano and I might get some ramen later. I thought I accidentally packed this in my checked luggage, but I have my Kindle. It was at the way bottom of the backpack. There's a Poro themed kid area.
Flight 10, stores for departure, cross-check, prepare for all call.
Okay, so Korean Air gives you a toothbrush and toothpaste, so does Asiana, but Delta only gives you earplugs and a face mask. Okay, upon arrival in Detroit, had to collect my bag and recheck it, kind of like at customs, and it was pretty quick. I have global entry, it took about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go in here and smell some perfumes, I think. What is this? You have to like opt into it at check-in, but you can like see your personalized information. So this is the info. Very specific store. But they don't discriminate between like the college teams and the pro teams.
Please check the clock or a flight monitor for the correct local time.
Is this like a new brand? Date? I didn't get the right sauce, so I have to go check that out. Dang it. On second thought, not gonna do it because I already put my food and set it out and I have all my bags, so. Different crying baby this time. The last one cried for 13 hours, so we'll see how long this one cries.
New York right now. Left in space prepare the cabin for arrival.
I landed at LaGuardia exactly 24 hours after I left my Airbnb in Seoul. It's been a long day. I want to go home, but I don't need a nap yet. I just want to go home, take a shower. I am finally back home. That Lyft ride took forever and a year. I have never had to use the safety feature on Lyft before, but I had to this time because I was like, what the heck is happening? We ended up like really far in the Bronx and I was like, why are we here? Like, you miss like every single like possible exit possible, and like, why are we in the Bronx? And the guy's like, oh well, the police had all of the exits closed. I was like, no they didn't. So yeah, finally made it home. It took like more than an hour, so it took like an hour and 15 minutes, and I looked at my Lyft history, and it usually takes 16 minutes on my history for going to and from the airport. So I don't know what happened, but I need a shower like yesterday, so I'm gonna shower quickly, and then I'm going to start kind of unpacking a little bit. But the good news is I did not forget to lock my door, because that was my perennial issue. And then I was also worried that I like left my dishwasher and my water on. All those are safe too. Anyway, I am sweaty and I'm miserable because he also didn't turn on the aircon. It was a terrible ride. A terrible ride. Okay, so shower done. It's about 6:30, so I think I might actually order. I have like $15 in DoorDash credit from my credit card, so I think I'm going to do that. I'm honestly feeling like a salad, but like I hate spending so much money on salad, but I will take a look and see what else there is. I also feel like kind of like Chipotle, but it feels really heavy today and very salty because I've been eating a lot of salty food today, and I definitely didn't walk enough on the airplane, so my ankles are quite swollen right now. So I'm gonna have to like do before bed where you put your legs on the wall to like help drain it. But yeah, anyway, let me look through what I have in the house and also the DoorDash options. I'm probably gonna DoorDash because I'm tired. I'm obviously already doing my feet on the wall thing, but I just browsed through DoorDash and nothing really hit the spot except for like Asian food, but again, I don't want like salty food right now. So that'll be an option for tomorrow, is like maybe I'll order some sandwich or salad or something. But yeah, anyway, I have some protein bowls in the pantry that I ordered that are pre-made. So I think I'm gonna make one of those. I never eat them when I was working really crazy hours just because, I don't know, I forgot about them. So anyway, I think I'm gonna make that and drink a bunch of water, and I think I'm gonna knock out for tonight. I had like grand plans of unpacking, but I don't think that's gonna happen quite yet. Update, the protein bowls seem like too much food for right now because I did have McDonald's, so I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have this soup. It's been in the fridge, but it doesn't have any mold on it or anything, but this is from Trader Joe's. It's autumnal, so I was kind of feeling like soup anyway. But yeah, I think this has less sodium. No, it has so much sodium. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me recalculate. I have to recalibrate because I've been eating so much salt. Actually, the food on the airplane wasn't that salty. I didn't eat it all either. Okay, so the difference between Delta and Korean Air in terms of food is the Delta food has a lot more dairy in it. And like, I didn't even consider that as an option, but yeah, it was like not the best option for me, especially because it's like American dairy, so I can't really handle it that well. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna make that soup because I have decision fatigue right now. I was also like looking at oatmeal and I was like, maybe I can make oatmeal, but that also sounded very sad, so I'm gonna heat up that soup and then I'm gonna unpack my carry-on stuff because that's like stuff I need immediately, like my computer and my chargers and stuff. But I think the other suitcases are gonna wait. Oh, and then I forgot to tell you, maybe I did tell you, I need to throw away that big suitcase. So I knew I needed to, I think after Christmas, but then I forgot about it and it was broken when I brought it to Korea. But then in Korea you have to have like this special sticker, but like I don't live there, so I didn't have the paperwork or anything, so like I couldn't get rid of it. Anyway, so I brought it back here. It survived, so I just need to like empty it and then throw it away and then buy a new suitcase so I don't forget. Anyway, so making the soup quickly. I decided to go to bed, so it's about 8. It's still very bright outside and there's still kids outside. But yeah, I'm very tired. I've been awake for like 29 hours, 30 hours. And I thought I had slept more on the plane, but then when I thought back about it, I don't think I slept that much because I was watching some shows and stuff. And like, also Delta planes are just not that comfy. The seats actually were very uncomfortable. My friend and I talked about it because she was like, doesn't your butt just like hurt really bad after you sit on the seats? And I said, no, not usually. But yeah, today it definitely did. That Delta plane was kind of old, I think maybe that was the other issue. But yeah, anyway, I am going to go to bed, and usually I like to try to push myself until 10 or 11, but I don't think that's going to happen today because that car ride took forever, and the guy gave me a bad rating because I used to have a 5-star rating and now I have a 4.9, so I'm kind of annoyed. Because it was like, I just asked him if he got lost because like we were driving so far into the Bronx and like we shouldn't have even been in the Bronx. Needless to say, I'm going to bed now, and I will talk to you in the morning. It'll be a new week in my life. I think tomorrow my friend and I might meet up in the city because Manhattan Henge, and we might see what's up there. Otherwise, yeah, stay tuned for that. Follow me over on Instagram at Eat-Explore. Hopefully the Korea vlogs were kind of interesting. I'll try to like film a better outro, but like today I'm burnt out. So I'm gonna go to bed now. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.